Government says it will limit the amount of land that may be owned by an individual commercial farmer. Minister of Rural Development and Land Reform, Gugile Nkwinti, has been speaking at a land summit in southern KZN. He says legislation will be passed allowing government to restrict the amount of land a farmer may own. Anything beyond that will be bought by government at a price determined by a commission still to be established. Nkwinti says the system will speed up land restitution and do away with costly willing buyer, willing seller methods.
It means, first of all, limiting the extent of holding in terms of hectares. You see, you can't have one person owning huge tracts of land in the midst of poverty on land. So what we do is we will reduce the amount of hectares owned by an individual. We're working on the detail of that together with farmers. Whatever is above the threshold will be bought by the state at a price which is just and fair in terms of the constitution, not at the market price as it is reflected in the willing buyer, willing seller.
The last of the mine workers who were killed during clashes with the police at Marikana in the northwest last month have been laid to rest at their homes in the Eastern Cape today. 5 funeral services were held in Matatiele, Herschel, in Tabankulu and 2 in Nkanduli. Others were buried last week in the northwest and the Eastern Cape, as well as in Lesotho and Swaziland. Among those who were buried today was 24-year-old David Sapendu, one of the youngest to be killed. His mother was too distraught to speak, and his sister says she doubts they'll ever fully come to terms with his untimely death.
David had just started working, but in such a small time of space, he had done so much for the family. He repaired our mud rondavells, and we were still eating the grocery he had bought for us on his last visit. Though he was younger than me, he was like a father to me.
Many members of trade union AMCU travelled from Marikana to bid farewell to their fallen co-workers. Some attended the funeral in their overalls. They gave mourners a blow-by-blow account of what happened on that day. They've also vowed not to go back to work until their 12,500 rands wage demand is met. AMCU national organizer Dumasani Nkalachane.
The issue of peace accord, no. We are not a part of it. On the issue of the workers to go to work, we cannot say the workers must go back to work without their demand. They must get their demand first before they go to work. Because there are a lot of people now who lose their lives. So it's not easy to go back to work without anything, with empty hands. If now they say they go back to work, it means they are betraying those who lost their lives.
The N2 highway near Salaris Pass in the Western Cape has been closed after a truck carrying beer bottles lost its load. Traffic's backed up as far as Gordons Bay on one side of the road and for about a kilometre on the Gebrau side. Western Cape Traffic Chief Kenny Africa says officers are still on the scene.
We're currently redirecting the traffic at the scene of the incident. The only alternative route at this stage is via Gordons Bay to Kleinmond, and from Kleinmond back to Water River onto the N2 again.
And finally, French police have enlisted the help of their counterparts in Italy and Switzerland in investigating the killing of a British family who were on holiday in the French Alps. Saad Al-Hili, his wife and a woman thought to be his mother-in-law, were found shot dead in their car on Wednesday.